Welcome, Lucy and Nery, to Dumb Bitch HQ.
Hey guys, look what I can do.
You dumb bitch.
Call an ambulance.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Bow, 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 bow. Hi, it's me, Lucy-Furr. Kidding, I don't have a bath in my house. I need a shower like a real grown-up. And with me is the grown-up of all grown-ups, Nery.
Hola.
I say that because you're old.
I get it, yeah. Took me a second. I was like, oh, yeah, it's because I'm ancient.
And with us is the almost just as old producer.
Hi, kids.
Hi, kids. Oh,
my back.
Oh, my neck and pussy.
Here
and
come
crack.
the grannies.
Grannies. Oh, Bluey.
Bluey.
Shut up, Nery.
How
How
likes
are we?
Bluey now?
I do like blue. What do you mean now?
You didn't originally. You used to
Yeah.
pick on me for
No,
it.
no.
Yes.
You were sitting there watching it with the dogs,
Yes.
and I was like, why are you watching this? And then I sat down and I went to watch one
Have you
episode.
cried about
And
it
then
yet?
half a day later, I was still watching it.
Have
to
you
be fair,
cried?
he was
I
like,
think I cried in the when they were moving episode. I think everyone's cried in that
Yeah.
episode.
he said, "Why are you watching this?" I told him that it was because we had a puppy, and he's basically a baby.
Yeah.
And Bluey is made in colors that dogs can see, so why wouldn't I watch it with my
It's
puppy?
true.
And he made fun of me.
I didn't make fun of you.
You made fun
What'd
of
I
me.
say?
I can't remember the exact
Exactly.
words, but you made fun of me
I
for
bet
it.
you did.
You know what?
probably
You
did.
probably didn't even say words. You probably just gave me the "Are you fucking kidding me?" look, which is making fun of me
Yeah.
See all the
It's
look I
in the
have.
eyes.
Leave me alone.
for bonding with my dog.
And then I sat down and I watched it with both of you for
And,
far too
and
long.
then it was your phone.
I'm
your
crying.
And then it was my ringtone.
Marathoning it at the moment, so I'm like smashing out episodes by episodes. I fucking love it.
Like,
Suggested episodes you should definitely watch include Camping, Onesies, Bingo. They're three good
is
ones.
Bingo the one where,
It
like,
it's Bingo instead of Bluey in the intro.
oh,
Da, da,
okay.
da, 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 Mom, da, 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 Dad, da, 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 Bluey, da, 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 Bingo.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was the one, where like the parents are like, Bluey, you're such a little shit. And Bingo's like, you got to be more like me. So Bluey
They
tries
train
to-
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're like, wow, I could get used to 2 bingos. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, but then they realize like it's supposed to be like, oh no, we need Bluey because Bluey kind of
That's chaos.
adds the chaos, and then they both try to be Bluey, and it's like that's
Yeah.
fucking too
Too
much
much.
Bluey.
I love what I love. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna talk about Bluey. What I love is that it's so coded. Like clearly they're both on opposite ends of the spectrum,
Yeah.
the two girls, and it just really comes through. Like there's a bunch of episodes where Bingo's not quite understood and can't verbalize things properly. And I'm like, that's really
Well, the episode where it's her
clever.
birthday is
Yeah.
it her? Yeah,
Literally
That's
that.
what I thought you were gonna say. That it was that episode. I'm like, no, it's not that one. But that was so sad.
yeah,
she's
and no one
like,
gives.
I
a
just want.
but no one gives a shit about Granny either. And then they both entertain each
Yeah,
other.
fuck them both.
Look, I prefer Bingo if I'm honest.
Listen, okay.
Bingo's so fucking
watching
cute.
Bluey through this time, as much as I love it, I love Bluey. I love the show. I think it's fantastic. I'll tell you what I don't love is I would hate to live in the same neighborhood as the Healers. That's for sure.
Oh, the
There's such
shenanigans.
a yes and family that Bandit and Chili commit so hard to the bit that it even affects like the neighbor, like Lucky's dad.
Poor Lucky's dad.
Lucky's dad just needs to accept the fact that what's his is theirs and what's theirs is theirs.
Yeah.
Like they take his stuff, they tackle him all the time. And I'm like, the supermarket people would see this family walk in and be like, fuck.
But have you heard the theory that Chili and by proxy Bluey and Bingo are actually witches?
I
And
wouldn't be surprised
That's
because
why,
they do
because
a
it's
whole magic episode.
actually like it's real magic.
Yeah. I believe it. But
I believe that shit.
just the details in the show as well. Like there's a whole character, Winton, who his whole story is told just through the background of episodes.
Okay.
Like his parents go through a divorce and everything like that.
Oh,
And that's
Jesus.
all in the background.
yeah.
And nothing's like verbally said, but that. Or you know what Chili does for a job? She's an airport dog. She's a sniffer dog. You know what Bandit does for a
Airport?
job?
I don't want to go to the airport.
You know what Bandit does for a job? He's a paleontologist because he digs bones. Both of those jobs are real jobs that dogs have.
Yeah.
Digging and
Sniffer dogs.
Digging and
that's fine.
sniffing.
Yeah, digging and sniffing. Yeah, so that's a bit of Bluey chat, I guess.
The other thing that makes me sad is as you watch it, you see
Bandit.
Bandit get older.
Oh my god, he gets more grey hairs. He
Yeah.
slows down a bit.
I'm like, dude, it's been 6 months.
I
What
watched
the
an
fuck is
episode
going
the
on?
other night and it got me all teary. It was called Grandpa, and it was Chili goes to visit the grandpa with the two girls, and he runs off and is being silly with them. And she's like, "You've just had a heartworm. You need to sit down and relax." And then is like, "Nah, I'm gonna do what I like." And the whole moral is sometimes you just need to take the L and relax.
Slow
a bit.
down.
But she's like, "I'm not ready to lose you. I need you." And I'm like, "Stop it! How
Stop
dare
making me
you?"
feel my feelings, cartoon.
It's supposed to be a fucking kid show.
It's brutal.
It is.
Yeah, no.
I think most of these episodes that we've done, we've started with a deviation.
Yeah, it's true. It's just how it works.
I do hate that they censor it in America, though.
Oh,
But away from Bluey and to our topic of today.
Yeah, it's not Bluey.
I have a question, and in advance, it's probably gonna be triggery. It's probably gonna be very Earthers roundy. I just have a question and I need an answer.
Okay.
Lakes and rivers,
Yeah.
equal waterfalls,
Mm.
right? So there's waterfalls around the planet.
Mm.
How? Where is it coming from? If the waterfalls are coming from above,
Mm.
where is all the water coming from if it doesn't rain?
Mm.
Like the Niagara Falls, that's always going, and that's a lot of water. Is that
That is.
connected to the ocean? What is it? Where is it coming from? I need to
See,
know.
I've thought about this a fair bit because I like waterfalls because they're nice for pictures.
Yeah.
So in my younger years,
do you actually want to answer?
I guess.
Okay, continue. No, I'm
just
only
go fuck
asking because
myself
I'm going to
or
do a producer job and Google it while you talk.
yeah. But I've wondered that too. Like, if it doesn't rain for ages, how
Where
does the
does it
waterfall
come
still go?
from?
Especially ones that are just like surrounded by dry stone.
Yes, I don't understand. And like, I get that, like, if it's connected to something, but if it's at the tippiest top, it's not connected to the ocean.
Mm. And if you got ones with layers, like water has to. It's not like it's
Right?
recycling itself.
How? Why?
That's a good
When?
question.
I need to know.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I have thought about it. I've just never thought to find out. Sometimes I forget.
And that's why I'm here.
Sometimes I forget we have a little computer in our pockets at all times.
I know, but like sometimes I just don't want to Google things.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what to trust anymore.
Especially with it, with AI.
Especially with that, like the first thing on Google is an AI made up bullshit.
And that's
Yeah.
it. I don't like, I Google something for a quick response.
Yeah.
I don't have fucking 20 minutes to sift through things to be like, oh, it's actually this.
And like when you get that AI like suggestion thing at the top, I've seen it being wrong because I've Googled something that I sort of knew about.
Yeah.
And I know that answer that AI thing
Why
gave me
is it wrong?
It should be
Why?
100% correct.
Yes. Especially being the first thing, because it's like, oh, what color is a fire truck? And it's like purple. And you're like, oh, well, Google says. And then you open it up and
And
it
it's-
says something different.
Mm.
It's like, well, now I look like a lion bitch. So that's my question.
Yeah.
Why
I don't know.
waterfalls
That's
and
actually
where
a
do
good
they
question.
come
I think we got to
from?
find someone that
We need
works
a
with waterfalls.
waterfallologist. Waterfallophilist?
Well, I can tell you,
Fallophilist.
I can tell you where
Falafel?
the water comes from for the Niagara Falls specifically.
Yes.
Sure. Let's
Let's
start there.
start there. Yeah.
So the water for Niagara Falls comes from 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, I probably said that wrong, and Lake Erie.
Okay.
They drain into the Niagara River before emptying into Lake Ontario.
Is that at the bottom of Niagara Falls?
Because I
I'm
think it goes
gonna
into
say
Canada.
so, yeah. So there's that.
But
Now I have to figure out why is it constantly flowing.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine
wouldn't lakes run out of water?
But what I imagine is, so you got like the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, all the oceans, and then I imagine those will connect. Those will have a connection into a river, and that river flows down into the lake, and the lake flows down into the waterfall.
But don't rivers flow into the ocean, or are there rivers where the ocean flows into the water? The river.
You lost me. No.
Is it an input or an output? I need to know.
Is it an exit or an entry?
Yes, I always thought that rivers flow into the ocean.
I always thought rivers just.
You're telling me that it's the opposite?
I think it's both. Wouldn't there be channels for both? Why would it only flow one way?
Because the ocean's greedy bitch. Global warming.
And don't forget there's rain too, like water gets sucked up.
Just adds a whole nother factor. I don't understand.
Me neither.
And this is why I don't leave the house.
Look, I don't know if I'm going to get a definitive answer, but from the looks of things, it's more purely about like the fact that you got to think what a waterfall actually is. A waterfall is just a river that is falling off of a cliff.
But to nothing.
Well,
it doesn't go
to
back up the cliff.
To either more river or a lake or something like that. When it comes to like lakes and stuff, lakes, rivers, all that sort of stuff all lead into different streams and oceans and things like that. So somewhere along the way, it's got to be connected to an ocean or an underwater, maybe even an
Atlantis.
underground water reservoir.
Okay.
Because there are those as well.
Oh, I hate that. That's gross. Let's just delete that from our knowledge.
No, because like it's not gross if the water is flowing. Because if the water is
It's just
flowing, it
stagnant.
is
It's been the same for the
through
same-
things.
No, I mean, it's gross that there's nothing underneath us except water chambers.
Well, yeah.
That's fucked up. I don't want
Well,
to think
there's lots
about
underneath us, not just water
it. Like
chambers,
hell,
but there are
that's
water
where Satan
chambers.
keeps all the sinners.
And 70 or something percent of it hasn't even been
Okay,
looked into.
so let's go to Jamboree for a second.
Jamboree, where you control the action.
Where you
So
contract
there's like
chlamydia.
the
What the fuck?
that was one time. So there's the rapid river or no.
The lazy river?
The lazy river, right?
Oh,
that
yeah.
goes in a loop. That makes sense.
It's full of piss.
I need to that's why
Don't
it's so
tell me that.
warm. They're like, wow, it's always so warm and we don't even have heaters in that pool.
The sun?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Although still warm on a cloudy day. How do you explain that?
Shut the fuck up, Nery.
Water chambers.
Underground water reservoirs.
So that makes sense because obviously it's man-made, etc., whatever.
Mm.
But I need to see a river that goes in a big loop that comes back to a waterfall.
Okay.
And that's where it gets the momentum from and it just loops. I need to drop one little red ball in and see it come back.
Just put a GPS tracker in it.
To be fair, if you waited long enough, it probably would eventually come back.
And then on the topic of waterfalls and water and the flow of things, I'll tell you what I don't understand. Tunas. Why do they swim the opposite way? That's so dramatic.
That is quite dramatic.
You mean salmon?
Yeah,
that one.
Tunas are an ocean fish.
Oh. Tunas are the ones that go, they swoop the surface of the water and they don't even break the surface.
I've never
They're
seen
so
that.
fucking fast.
Yes,
Heebie-jeebies.
sorry, salmon's the one that bears catch up.
Yeah, so why? They go up to to pump their eggs out and then that washes to the ocean. Why not just fuck in the ocean?
Who's got the time?
Why not?
Who's got the
just
time to
fuck
swim
in
up
the
waterfalls to
Salmon,
fuck
obviously.
up there?
I don't know. That's a good question. I always thought that was because
This is
you see
raising
like
more
the,
questions than answers. I'm
the I think it's John West or whatever those ads where like the salmons.
John West tuna.
Oh, I don't know. The ad where the bears are catching the salmons upriver. I thought that has to be fake, but no, salmon do jump upriver.
yeah,
No, they
but
do.
like other bears real.
No, the bears are AI.
Ugh.
No, it was way before AI.
CGI.
CGI, AI, all the eyes, iPad.
The
We are
eyes
just
have it.
slaves to AI.
Yeah, thanks. I got that part.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's my gripe.
That
If you
w-
know
I-
anything about river systems and where water comes from, please let us know.
We've had a scientist. We'd love to have a river person.
I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, if anyone knows, it's
A
probably
water
the scientist. We might as well just
we
get
get
him
the
back.
scientist guy back.
He's gonna fucking hate it.
Or do we try to find another one?
Nah, I want to go round 2 with him. I'll talk about rivers.
He's like, every time you idiots have a dumb fucking...
He's
That's
like,
the point.
Is she reformed yet? One day, by the end of this podcast, I'll be like,
I might be a
well,
little
it is
smarter."
quite splendid to be a nerd.
I don't know if it's... I think, obviously, the first time we had him on, it was kind of silly, but I think this one is a legit...
That was very serious, Nery.
I think
Kind of silly.
Serious,
I think this
like
one would be...
serious string.
I think this one would be a legit question. I don't know how many people would know the answer to this without researching it.
That's true. I don't know. If you live near a river, let us know. Fun fact. One time at the Shoalhaven River, I saw a seal.
Really?
Yeah, it was swimming away from sharks. Do you know how many bull sharks are in that river?
How many?
A lot.
Do I want to know? No.
One day when I was doing my...
I'd like to be ignorant. Sorry.
In high school, there was someone swimming and they got their foot bit by a bull shark and it took 2 of their toes off.
What? Really?
Yeah. But now the river's been deemed highly toxic, so don't swim in it.
Don't ever swim. When I was doing my course for TAFE, my
Coxswain?
coxswain course,
Yo, what?
you heard me. We were learning how to drive the boat, and our teacher was saying not that long ago, like maybe mid last year, you know, in Husky, where they have like the natural water pool thing.
Yeah.
So there's a pipe that takes the water from the sea into that pool. A great white was trying to swim into that pipe. And they all
Could you
saw it.
fucking imagine
I
being in
learned
a
how to
pool?
swim in that fucking pool.
A-
Sorry.
A whole shark
A whole great white.
in a pool.
No, it was in...
Yes, but in a pool.
It would have been in a pool if we got through.
What do you do?
They saw...
You're in its food bowl.
You get 8.
No, you need to clear the pipe and let it in. Then you have a shark enclosure. And just feed it a child every day.
I mean, just
A
take
child a day keeps the other kids away.
just take any of the signs off. Let natural selection do its thing.
Natural selection will do its thing. Have you seen?
It's too close to too many pubs.
Yeah.
Natural selection
what I
is a
said.
beautiful thing, babes. Have you seen that spoopy game? It's like, megalophobia game thing where you're scared of big things. It's basically there's a shark in an indoor swimming pool and you jump in one end and the goal is to swim to the other side of the pool.
Okay.
But every time you get to the other side, the pool gets longer.
Oh, okay.
And then you do it, and then eventually you surface and you're in the middle of the ocean and you need to swim back to shore
Oh my god.
in the big, black, dark, stormy ocean.
I gotta find
It looks
that.
super spoopy, but I think that'd be super fun. But also, there's things we don't fuck with on this podcast, and sharks are one of them.
big time.
Sharks are friends, not food.
I've never seen a shark in real life.
Well, fun fact. Did you know that you can't have a great white in captivity? Do you
Really?
know why there are no great white sharks in captivity?
Why?
Is because they get depressed and they headbutt the glass until they die.
It sounds like... Do you ever watch a documentary called Blackfish?
Yeah.
Breaks my heart, but I watch it like once a year.
Yeah. It was a really well done documentary. It's
Mm.
very sad. It's about orcas.
It's about orcas.
Oof.
Especially ones held in like SeaWorld and stuff.
I don't like aquariums or zoos.
Mm.
This is why I don't go to the circus anymore.
Mm.
If it's a circus that has like dog performers, sure, they
Yeah.
get to sleep in the vans with the people. But anything bigger than that is cruel. You
Yeah.
can't just
Anything in
do
a
that.
cage.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Mm.
Especially clowns. Let them be free range.
Yeah, don't cage your clowns.
Free range clowns.
Actually, no, cage your fucking clowns.
Uncage them. Let your 2016 flow.
Fucking that was
Fucking
wild.
that
I
was
think
crazy.
about that. I'm like, I could have been out on the streets looking for a husband.
What do you think the I wonder what the plan was. If there was a
I
plan.
don't- They're
I don't
clowns.
think there was.
Orchestrated. And one of my favorite movies of all time is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I fucking love it. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, definitely would recommend. It's just silly clowns doing clown things. When they shoot people with their lasers, they turn into big balls of fairy floss. There's a chase
Is it live
sequence.
action?
Yeah. And there's all costumes and special effects. There's a whole scene where they're like, get the sniffer. They don't talk because they're alien clowns, but they go, "Arr, brr, 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 brr." And it's a whole chase sequence and they get their dog out and it's like, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." And it's them with a balloon dog on a string.
That sounds so dumb.
I fucking
so
love
dumb.
it. It's so stupid, but
we
it's
need
just
to watch
what's it called?
It might cure
Killer
my
Clowns
fear of...
from Outer Space.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I love them.
That's fucking wild.
So
I have
good.
to have a look.
But yeah, so that's my conversations for today.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a lot of nothing, but like figure it out.
That's pretty much the podcast.
Shh.
You said something to me, which I think I want to discuss a little bit.
Go.
You said that, and just because we're talking about movies, the Rosebud Motel seems to be back in action.
So I saw the other day that there's reports that there's been a chunk of the town that has been blocked off, and the Rosebud Motel sign is back up.
That's exciting. That's very exciting.
So,
What could they possibly
and all
do?
of their social medias have gone quiet.
Oh,
So, are they doing a reunion movie? Are they doing follow-ups? I hope they're not doing another like series. They don't need to do more.
no.
But a nice "Where Are They Now" movie would be
Great.
so lovely.
Yeah.
Just
I don't want them to kill it.
no.
That's the problem, because they could do that. I'm surprised they didn't leave it up like a. I guess because the motel is probably a in-use motel,
yeah,
so they probably can't like Hobbiton has been left up,
yeah.
but they probably can't do that with the
A
Rosebud.
motel, yeah.
Mm.
But yeah. So that's a bit exciting on the horizon.
And if they're setting it up, that means they could be shooting soon.
Yeah,
Which means-
well, I'm assuming that's why it's up.
Well, yeah, but they're probably getting it ready to shoot.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think
Well,
that's
if
what
they've
the
already
world
blocked
needs.
off a bit of the town.
At where
they
we're
probably are
at
shooting.
in 2025, I think we need another shit moment. Shit's Creek moment.
Agreed. Well, you know what's weird? And we'll stay on this for like a little bit and then we'll move on. In all the promotional material, like after the show finished and they did like interviews and shit, I've never seen the actor that plays Roland in anything.
Scary movie.
No. Sorry, I don't mean like
after.
no, but not like movies, but like promotional material. Like
oh,
if they talk about Schitt's Creek or they do interviews about Schitt's Creek or
huh.
they do like they've done like a sit
True.
down table talk with some of them.
But not him.
But even when they won when they all won Oscars, like not Oscars, Emmys.
He's had his moment in the sun.
What do you do?
Scary movie. His something about Mary. Has been in
Has he
big
seen
movies
Something About Mary?
before. Yeah. His
He does a lot of stuff. I
What's
saw
his
him
name?
on
Well,
fucking
he used
Law
to
and
be
Order
on-
the other day.
And he used to be on How I Met Your Mother. He played.
yeah. So he's
yeah.
had his.
Oh,
moment.
he's done heaps. But I'm saying it's weird that everyone who's worked on, even the lady with the big eyes, I don't know her name, but
The lady with
Ronnie.
the big
Ronnie.
eyes.
even like they all love it and they talk to each other and you like they were
Maybe
all
he just didn't have that connection.
yeah.
with
That's what I'm
them.
thinking.
Hmm.
Which is maybe yeah.
Don't ruin a good thing.
Sorry. I just thought I don't know. I just thought I wasn't the only one that noticed that.
No, I haven't noticed.
It's a great cast though. I really hope they. I don't like I said, like you said. I don't think they need another series, but
I
a
don't think
movie
they
or like
would.
even a mini series or
Just something. Give us some more.
something. Even if it's like a YouTube clip.
Just anything.
They would not be setting up the Rosebud for a fucking YouTube.
I don't know. Have you seen the fucking?
But I'm glad that
Levies?
this.
They're probably made of money.
I'm glad. Well, not after the fires.
Did they lose their house?
Mm.
Oh man, that sucks.
Eugene Levy's house was one of the ones on the list.
Damn.
Oh no.
So was Joshua Jackson.
And Paris Hilton. Yeah, so hopefully that's coming soon because I think that will be a
That'll
good
be
little ray of sunshine.
Mm.
All right, Nery,
Mm-hmm.
we've babbled on for far too long.
We sure have.
Give us your facts.
Facts for this episode: July 2nd. So on July 2nd, 1937, Amelia Earhart disappears while flying over the Pacific Ocean during her attempt to fly around the world.
Oh my god. R.I.P. Amelia Earhart.
I don't know if that's the Bermuda Triangle though.
Look, there were rumors all over the place that she landed everywhere, all over the place.
In pieces.
And I'm pretty
An arm
sure it
over
was
there,
only
a leg over there.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was only like last year they confirmed that they found her body or found remnants of bone matter and stuff in the den of coconut crabs.
Oh, those fucking things that. Oh, they're scary. They're so scary. I hate them.
What are they?
Coconut crabs?
Am I going to regret asking the question?
Yep.
Yeah, so they believe that she fell victim to coconut
Being in a
crabs.
fucking aeroplane in
And that's the thing.
1937?
Well, that too. So if she had crashed, the thing with coconut crabs is they can smell blood from super far away.
Oh, like sharks.
Yeah, but they're just dangerous.
Like sharks.
And they would have just peeled her skin off like it was nothing. Coconut crabs.
Oh, yeah. I've
They're
seen those.
fucked.
That guy holding one?
That's a fucking garbage can in the first picture.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking crazy.
Yep.
I bet they're pretty tasty, though.
Ugh. I don't know. I'm allergic.
Oh, you are too?
But yeah, so that's coconut crabs.
Yeah, they probably fucked her up. Especially if there was like a gang of them.
And she was injured from crashing a plane.
Well, that too. Because she's in a plane in 1937.
That's too soon. All right. Fact 2.
Okay. So in the 1900s, the first flight of a Zeppelin, since we're talking about Zeppelins last week, took place in Lake Constance in Germany. And another little fact I found out. The Zeppelin was designed by a man named Ferdinand von. Can you think of his last name?
Blimp.
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
Oh, well, that's fucking stupid. Ferdinand von Blimp.
That is better. What was his parent? Well, I guess it's his
Ferdinand von
Zeppelin. So that's why they call it Zeppelin.
What?
Look, if I could create something and have my name attached to it, a Zeppelin's, until the Hindenburg disaster is pretty cool.
Nery. The Nery disaster.
That's what my mum
Coming
said.
to you, 2026.
That's what my mum said in 1988.
She's like, this is the Nery disaster. They're like, oh, write that down. And Nery was born.
The Nery mistake.
Oh, no mistake. Disaster.
What's worse?
Catastrophe.
Oh my god.
Preposterous to catastrophe.
You're right, prof.
You're right. UK, bruv.
Don't start that again.
Oh, we will.
Okay.
Number 3.
1901. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid rob a train for $40,000 in Montana. That is equivalent to stealing $1,512,776.
That's fucked up.
Hold the fuck up.
Inflation.
I thought they were fictional
I
characters.
thought they were fictional too.
No.
I didn't think they were real cowboys.
You fool.
I didn't know they were. Yeah, I didn't know they were real either.
I
but
just thought it was
it's a good movie. Great movie though.
Okay, so 2 things I want to say about this. First, fun fact. In Pokemon,
Yeah.
both of the Team Rocket teams you see in the show are
Jesse and
named
James.
after Jesse and James.
Yeah.
And Butch Cassidy are the other pair who...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, yeah.
Yep, there you go. Fun fact. And the second thing, all I think of when you read that question is Arthur Morgan from
Red
Dead 2.
I love Red Dead 2 and Red Dead 1.
Bless. I don't know. I don't care much for the first one, but
You just love Arthur Morgan.
I just love Arthur Morgan.
Mike is a shit.
You'd let him give you TV.
What did you just say?
Mike is a shit.
I thought you said Mike is the shit.
No,
and I'm
a
like,
shit.
Podcast done.
He's a piece of garbage.
garbage.
So last week you did 5
I
things.
did do 5.
But you first said
That's
you were
'cause
going to do
I'm
4. And when you said you're going to do 4, I was like, I think I need to do 4 because 3 is an odd number. And I haven't really been comfortable with
I
it.
think 3 is a nice round
Do
number,
you?
but add a 4th
Well, I
one.
did
Let's
4.
do
We'll
it.
see how it goes.
We're sticking a number 4 right in your ear hole.
If you don't like it, I'll go back to 3.
Nery Spice doesn't like odd numbers.
Sometimes we'll be watching a movie and the TV gets turned up.
No, that's
Okay,
And
different.
someone leaves it at like
31.
No,
Fucking
no, this is the
sicko.
fucking wrong
23?
thing. No, I do it on even numbers.
You do not.
He counts the 5s as even numbers.
It is.
It
5
isn't
is an
though.
even number.
Yeah, okay. A 5 is an even number in the way of like 5, 10, 15.
Yes.
Like, okay, it's like a nice rounded number,
Yes.
right? It is not an even number. It is still an odd number. An even number, if I was going to turn the fucking TV up, I'm not going to skip 4 to go to 5. And I'm
You
not
fucking
going
better.
to I'm not going to go back to 5 if I'm on 6. It is an even number.
This motherfucker.
See what I have to do with
That's
It's an
toxic.
even number.
That you might as well just on other people's doors do the knock.
It's
That's
an
fucked
even
up.
fucking number.
Increments of 10 or increments of 5.
Thank
That's
you.
it. No negotiations.
Maybe you can get an 8 if
Lucky if it's an 8 or a 12.
Yeah.
If it's that sweet.
If you're doing it in increments of 5 or 10, but I do things in evens. And he's like, oh, it's got to be an even number. I'm like, it is a fucking even number.
What's
You're
the
talking
number?
about a
What's the
round
number you're talking about?
Anything
done it-
ending in a 2, a 4, a 6,
you've done,
an 8.
You've done 17. You've done 13.
I have not.
Sicko.
I always move to an even number. Because I can't stand it being on an odd number. It sounds funny.
Oh my gosh. That's fucked up.
Getting
I'm
divorced.
with you. I'm with you.
I don't put it on odd numbers.
You do every now and then.
I don't, ever.
My housemates have learnt now
I'm going to record
that
it.
they'll have now I have the remote when we have movie nights because that's what happens if you don't act like a grown up.
If you put it on an odd number.
And they just hit it on like 23 and
No.
and then
They just let it
and
go.
then it's like in slow motion in my mind. The remote's slowly getting down and I just
No.
eyeball them.
Even despite
And then they look at me and look at the screen and they're like,
But like, it sounds weird when it's an odd number. It doesn't sound good. It hurts. Well, it doesn't hurt, but it feels funny in the ears, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if it's a round number, it's perfect.
But
If it's an even
I'll tell you what would be
number.
fucked up. Could you imagine if the developer of a television is like, let's just get rid of every odd number and it's only even numbers? That's not good enough.
No,
for me
that's not good either.
Something
Because you got to
else would
see
be.
it.
Yeah.
You got to see it jump up.
You got to see the scale.
Okay. To my last fact.
All right.
In the old legends, according to the local Jawas, Tatooine used to be a lush world with large oceans.
Yes.
That's the fact.
Oh. Well, Mustafar was a forest.
It was, yeah.
Our fucking facts are going to be fictional now.
Yeah.
Where are our real facts?
Well, it was a lucky number 4.
Yeah.
So
I'm just testing the
3
waters.
real facts and a fake fact.
Pretty good.
Fantasy fact.
Fiction-y.
3 truths and a lie. You'll never know which fact is the wrong one, and you just need to believe all 4.
Yep. Tough titties.
Well,
Plot twist. They're all wrong.
Probably.
well, thank you so much for coming along to this episode of You Dumb Bitch. I leave you with this, listeners. Just think about the fact that frogs are just pickled hamsters. Have a nice day.